I talk to a lot of CISOs, but I think we are very focused in vendor world on the very specific problems we're solving. And CISOs are very downward focused in bits and bytes and little, turning the knobs. And we need to be thinking at a much higher level and do the strategic stuff. And my hope is that the AI that we're bringing into bear on these problems will provide the bandwidth to the leadership to be able to focus on these strategic questions, these what if questions, the tabletop exercises, the gaming, so that we can figure out exactly how we best protect our particular enterprise.
100%. And the only thing I'll say is that, yes, let's use AI to help with this, but let's make sure we don't depend just on one AI.
I think it's important for people to understand that they have to explore all of these opportunities to see where the failure points can lie and have a way to address them so that they show up in a risk profile. Because we all know that when we go before the stakeholders, if we don't have a proper risk number associated with this, they're not going to listen to anything we have to say. But you should listen to the things that these two gentlemen have to say. Fernando, what have you got coming up that people should be looking?
So I'm working on it. It is 2026, so all things agentic. So I'm working on some research around better definitions for agentic security. So that should be out in a couple of weeks, a little more. But other than that, we just published our SASE, Secure Access Service Edge signal that you and I worked on, and I have a refresh of the security operations signal in my radar. The other thing is I'm deep into some of the quantitative work we do. So some market sizing and some survey data. That's the spreadsheet open on the other window right now. Right? And that should be out in a few weeks too.
I am sort of knee deep in understanding AI's impact on both development and the application security as an application development, as well as in the SOC. How we're going about doing the AI-driven SOC, which is somewhat of a misnomer and it's a little bit weird. So I'm trying to figure that out. And then prepping for next week is a security field day where I will be seeing both of you gentlemen in person.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And we look forward to an opportunity for everyone to kind of get together at Security Field Day. As a matter of fact, we hope that you'll join us on Thursday, April the 30th, because we're going to be doing a live recording of the Security Boulevard podcast. I'm going to get Fernando and Jack to join me, and we might even have an extra special guest that day. We'll see what happens. But if you want to learn more about that and all the other things related to Security Field Day, head over to techfieldday.com and check out all of the things on the schedule.